All right. Get right. How's everybody doing tonight? Get things crack-a-lacking here. There it is. Get this thing turned this way. All right. So after almost another week of many of you sharing your workout videos, sharing your life stories, I want to applaud all of you. I want to applaud all of you for sharing with us and making sure we know that you're working on your goals. TAIBU Muad'Dib right here, your winning strategies coach. A couple of books out. The first book is so you learn to think strategically through different societal issues that we all face. I help you understand that you can think strategically and plan strategically to be successful when you deal with those situations and those issues. And then the gamble of greatness is this elevation right here. And I'll read some from this tonight, but the elevation here is important for many of you because many of you just don't know what you have available to you when it comes to internal opportunities to motivate yourselves. It can be a gamble sometimes to address common issues with the new strategy because you never know how people are going to respond. You never really know how people are going to take to you going a different direction. I can tell you firsthand that a lot of people are going to want you to be the old you because they were more comfortable with that. Even if you weren't productive, even if you weren't kind, they were more comfortable with the old you. I had family members that came and embraced me when I got out of prison and spent time with me. And after a while, they stopped. After a while, they found excuses and reasons not to embrace me, not to be in my company, not to respond to my texts and messages or my calls to fellowship. So I'm happy to say that I realize now why that was happening. It was happening because they expected me to be back in jail by that time. My cycle of going in and out of jail was so pervasive that family members were rushing to spend time with me because their internal time clock said, if I don't spend time with my brother now, he's going to be back in jail and I won't have a chance to. So I thought they had stopped hanging with me because I was successful and they didn't like that. But in reality, their reality hadn't changed, even though mine had. They had seen this face 1,000 times, get out of jail and go right back, get out of prison and go right back. So when I told them I was conscious, when I changed my name, they weren't buying it. And, it continued. I'm sad to say that it continued. Like right now, my relationship with the majority of my siblings isn't very close. And my whole thing is I don't want them not to live the life that they want to live. I would like to be embraced, to be honest with you. But what if, like the Bible says, what if what I have to offer isn't for them? And it says that Jesus himself couldn't bless very many people in his hometown because they didn't believe. What's your point, TAIBU? It's a gamble being great. It's a gamble being great. If I would have went back to jail for 30 days, they would have came back around me again. This just wasn't my path anymore. So it's a gamble being great. So you will internally long for relationships that are no longer good for you or that sever ties with you because you're no longer what they want you or expect you to be. It's the gamble. I left Wisconsin for Texas, and I have kids in Wisconsin, minor children. Just one really is a minor now, but still. My gamble is that I'll become great here in this environment. I've developed a nice group and network here in Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, of individuals that speak life into me, upbuild me, that allow me to connect through their networks, things like that. Things I didn't have back in Wisconsin. So I'm gambling that I'll achieve greatness while my children still, are seeking, their dad, that they still want to have a relationship with me. So it's a gamble, everybody. So I'm not saying that you get this book and think about winning strategies, and you get this book that things are going to be hunky dory. It's a gamble being great. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm not much of a slot player or blackjack player when it comes to actually put money down. I'll play it at home with friends for fun. Excuse me. But as far as like going to casinos and gambling, like, nah, it's not my thing. But on my future, on the life I want to live, yeah, I'll gamble on that. I'll gamble for that. Trying to keep my throat wet. The weather is changing down here in Texas. It's going from always nice to a little bit cold sometimes. So bear with me. And so my confession tonight, which is what the episode says, my confession tonight is simply I didn't listen to people that told me I needed to change. And let me be clear about this. When you're effing up, when you really messing up, someone's gonna tell you, stop what you're doing. You need to go in a different direction. and I figured out why we blow that off. I realized, excuse me, why we blow that off. We blow that off because we're not interested in a changed life. Come on, somebody. When people tell us to stop and we need to change, we don't change and we don't listen because we're not interested in a changed life. Y'all don't have to give me likes and I would love to have your comments on what you think about what I'm saying. Because my confession is people told me to stop and to change, but at the end of the day, I was not interested in living a changed life. Make sure you follow me over here at Win with TAIBU over here on YouTube to get the picture in full effects. But I just wasn't interested in living a changed life. Many of you, y'all, you talk. I want to change. I want to move. I want to live somewhere different. I shouldn't be with this person. I shouldn't be with that person. My family don't treat me right. I'm gonna start my own family. Many of you talk about the place you live or where you want to go, but you're not really interested in living that. I lost so much. Betraying myself, I had to accept that I was the enemy. I could no longer say the white man or the black man with money or my girlfriend. I could no longer point the finger. I had to accept that I was the enemy. And that's my confession tonight. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. If I can keep from coughing and sneezing. How liberating is that? To decide to stop being your own worst enemy. How liberating is that? Many of you talk about doing something different, but you're not truly interested in living a changed life. Because if you were, you know that the first thing that must change for you to live a changed life is your perspective. Your perspective has to change because what you have right now might be fabulous. I had great relationships, messed them up. I had great opportunities, jacked them off. If my perspective about what I actually had at one moment was like it is now, I'd have made millions a couple times over. That part. But as it stands, I'm healed now. I'm close to my next million. What makes this next million I'm going to make a big deal is I started from nothing, for one, and for two, I can't make my next million without helping many of you reach your goals. And that's the benefit and the blessing of being a coach and a speaker, is to see you all transform, to see you all gamble for greatness just like I did, right? And win with TAIBU, winning strategies. But yeah, man, I betrayed myself. I went back on my word so many times. You can comment, just put a hand up, whatever you do, you can comment if you know, if you're willing to humble yourself and admit that you built up an opportunity and then you ruined it yourself. If you can get there, I can rock with you. You can watch my podcast, you can join my coaching program. I can help you elevate to the next level. That's why I'm gonna be here on a nightly basis, because I have StreamYard. So you guys and gals, y'all can come on here, and we can go back and forth. I can do the free coaching, and then after the show, I can bring you on to my coaching program when you see that I actually have the strategies to lead you forward. Many of you, I'll dig off into the book. Many of you don't understand how important it is to continue to learn. You want more, but you're not ready to learn more. Oh, I'll say it again because you probably missed it. Really listening to me. You want more, but you're not willing to learn more. How is that possible? How is it possible for you to have more without learning something more? At the very least, we all have cell phones. At the very least, you have to learn the best angles to shoot your videos, the best platform to monetize them. How can you have more without learning more? It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. The student mindset. If you want to break free from the belief system that's holding you back, you have to adopt the student mindset. Here's the paradox of self-criticism. When folks get to know me through my coaching program, they'll hear me telling the class not to fall into the trap of being the planner and the critic. So what I'm saying here is, don't try to create a winning strategy, and as soon as you build it up and you look at it and marvel at it like, wow, I did a great thing. Don't also be the person to tear it down. Don't let fear and doubt creep in, pessimism creep in, lethargy. Don't let these things creep in and tear that beautiful winning strategy you created. Don't let it tear it down. What you want to do is work that plan. You won't even know what kind of strategic planner you are until you work at least that first plan you create and see how it goes. But many of you suffer because you're the planner and the critic. You can't be both. I use the story of Jack and the Beanstalk to help you through this book to understand how simplistic some complex ways of thinking are. What I'm saying to you about being the planner and the critic is, if both Jack and his mother had gone to the market together and passed by the mysterious old fellow, and if they were both offered the magical beans, they would have clashed and may have missed their moment. So when the old man offered Jack the magical beans, it wasn't because he was a boy that he took him. He didn't know what was going on. It was because the old man offered him something he had never been offered before, a magical life. And he took that gamble. He gambled the rest of their family's fortune, the whole cow, to live a magical life, to bring a magical life to his family. He gambled it, and he won. But had his mom been there, with him? Please believe me. So, for the millions of people across the country, getting a gym membership is rooted in their hopes of it leading to a healthier lifestyle. I'm leveraging this writing series to highlight that in conjunction with being a respected and well-known podcaster, I'm also offering a coaching program to every single one of them that helps them create a winning strategy for building exactly that, a healthy lifestyle. The genius behind this philosophy towards human behavior is that on the first step coaching program, it doesn't matter whether you're overly optimistic or downright dug in against change, against the change of methodology and practice, growth is guaranteed. Now, TAIBU, how can you guarantee growth? Easy. Quantify it, measure it, monitor it, inspect it, and watch it flourish. Yeah. Guaranteed, I tell you. Guaranteed. Can you imagine that old mysterious fellow standing there waiting for Jack and his mom to make a decision? And let me be clear, you miss your moments arguing with yourself about whether you should do it or not. So the mom was mad when Jack got home about the beans and tossed him out the window and sent him to bed with no supper. So we know what she would have said had the old man asked for the cow and proffered the beans. She would have said, "Boy, you crazy? You got beans?" Now, Jack would have been tugging on her dress. Mom, he said magic beans, though. She'd been like, "Boy, I'll magic this hand across your cheekbone." Right? But many of us do that to ourselves. Right? We are presented an opportunity. Like I'm presenting one to you now. Hey, you can join my coaching program and learn from a person that walked through it. For 30 years, I lost for 30 years. I was in the wrong. I didn't have a winning strategy. For 30 years, I was losing. But as soon as I picked one up, look at me now. Look at me now, right? It just took one winning strategy and it snowballed into a life of winning and thinking strategically. Old man listening to Jack and his mom argue would eventually walk down the road and offer something magical to someone else. You will criticize your plan during the planning phase and all the way up until you give up on it. That's why you replace the criticism with the first step coaching program. You can't criticize what you don't know. You can fear it, but you can't criticize it. You have to experience it first. And in doing so, and in doing that, you will be exposed to a new perspective about yourself concerning your readiness to take your life. And look, that I could stop the show right there. How ready are you to live a changed life? If you won the lottery for 10 million right now, would it make you a better person or would it ruin you? Be honest. Be honest. Would it make you a better person or would it ruin you? If you can't manage the $100 that you get on your paycheck every week, how could you manage 10 million? If you don't understand what to buy that appreciates and what that you buy depreciates, how could you manage 10 million? If you can't tell yourself no and you buy Black and Milds or you buy too much McDonald's or Starbucks, whatever, on a daily basis, like you work to get your hands on things, to buy things that poof, disappear as soon as you buy them. How could you manage 10 million? Just having the money wouldn't make you a better person. It wouldn't make you smarter. It wouldn't give you a winning strategy. Guess what it will do though? That 10 million will attract people that mean you no good and that want your money. And if you don't know how to manage money, they'll probably get it. If you're ready for a new journey, you have to adopt the student mindset. Adopting a learning mindset can be incredibly difficult, especially when you're confronted with something unfamiliar. It's a challenge we all face at some point. Our instincts are hardwired over time for survival. They naturally push us to cling to what we know, to hold on to beliefs, values, and lessons we've absorbed up until now. It feels safer to stick with what's familiar, even if it doesn't necessarily serve us well anymore. The ideal of stepping into the unknown, of entertaining new perspectives and ways of thinking, can feel daunting and unsettling. And there it is. Student mindset. Wow. My confession is I was my own worst enemy because I flat out refused. I flat out refused. I flat out refused. I'm going to say it again. I refused to embrace learning more about myself. Let's leave the why out of it. I didn't even take time to think about what I actually wanted versus how I was going to get there. If a woman told me she loved me, I couldn't quantify that. but I could quantify extracting that love out of her. How could you do that, Ty? Oh, you love me? Okay. We finna go over here. I don't want to go over here, but you said you love me. The whole time, what I was missing was I should have been like, oh, why don't you want to go over there? Oh, I don't want to go over there either. I mean, if the answer was legit, oh, I probably shouldn't be over there either. And that's my confession. My confession was I was around beautiful people, wise people, people that had their own opinions and thoughts that I could have learned from and become a better person the whole time. And at the end of the day, I refused to even embrace those small nuggets of wisdom every good person that I was around offered me. Don't blame your friends and your family. Your family couldn't choose you, and your friends, they know you need a good friend. So don't blame them. Don't blame them. The student mindset, learning. I just want to be clear. This is the first episode of many. I'll be here at 10 o'clock in the evening, um, Central Standard Time. You're welcome to come on the show. You're welcome to come on and podcast with me and talk to me about it. You're welcome to get in the comment section and I'll comment on it. Come over to YouTube, put it in the comment section. I'll see it and I'll make a comment. Bam, we'll get it done. Total Body Blueprint, my signature program. There's nothing else. I'm going to help you build your physical temple. And during the program, we'll discuss your fitness, your finance, and your relationships. Bring the whole thing together. 12 weeks, total body transformation. We'll get you cut up. We'll get you straightened out. Help you lose some weight. 40-pound guarantee for your money back. So if you want to lose weight, that 40 pounds means something to you, inbox me, DM me, the word coach. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Inbox me the word coach. Comment the word coach. Let me know how we should get a hold of you, and I'll reach out to you. I won't let you down. I even have a hotline, 682-514-5955. You can text that hotline, the word coach, and I'll reach out to you. So my confession is that I let down a lot of people along the way by refusing to work on myself. A lot of people were looking to me for leadership. A lot of people were looking to me for love. A lot of people were looking for me to provide for them. And I couldn't get those things done. Then that's my confession, y'all. I betrayed what I said I was about, what I said I believed in, and it always brought me down. Didn't give up. I don't want you to give up either. I've had family members commit suicide. I've had family members threaten to commit suicide. Like it's a real conversation. People just thinking about ending their existence. You don't have to quit or give up. This book costs $5 on Amazon. Get the book first. If you know somebody's talking about suicide, get them this book first. Help them to think strategically, to accept the path of self-improvement. Don't give up. Don't give up. If I can say something tonight, if I can really confess something, I was letting myself down. I was pushing everybody around me to support me and hold me up and be there for me when I need them. But I was on a daily basis letting myself down. Living below my talent, living below my potential, living below my calling, and living below the standards that I had set for myself. It's my confession. And if you can get to the point where you can confess these things to yourself, just to yourself first, that's the main reason to reach out to me for some coaching. Because after you hit rock bottom, after you hit a wall, after you hit a plateau, after you just say, hey, look, he's right. I need to learn to do something else. That's when you need my coaching. My little talk with you tonight and every night isn't about me. It's about what we can accomplish together. I just want to be a resource. I want to be a safe space for you. I want to be a place where you can go and you can hear a winning strategy for whatever you're going through, and that's what you're paying for. You're paying for me to not be a yes man. You're paying for me to advise you on a higher level. You're paying to have closer proximity to greatness. After you listen to your motivational messages in the morning and you feel like it's time to go do something, what are you going to do? Right? You motivated to get up and do something. What are you going to do? That's what the coaching is for. You need somebody to design a life plan for you. That's what life coaching is. Whatever motivates you to watch this program the third or fourth or fifth time. Now it's time to act. What do you do? Don't trust your own designs and your own plans. They haven't served you well all this time. Admitting to yourself that you need to learn more means you have to come to somebody for that wisdom, that knowledge, and that leadership. I tell my kids all the time, hey, if you're not going to follow dad, be careful who you choose to follow. Now, 682-514-5955 is the hospitality hotline. If you reach us after hours, you'll get a message. It's generic, but during office hours, we'll reach back out to you. Are you in a state of crisis? I know somebody that is. Make it a gift this Christmas. Get them this set. Get them this set. And sit down with them and read it with them and go over it with them. You know, don't just turn them over to just make sure they get a good understanding for it. I'm going to give you the key message and I'll leave y'all with this. Be a student in your own life. Take action, then adjust. Don't paralyze yourself with self-criticism. Life is a journey, not a destination. And it's essential that we embrace it as such. The ideal that knowledge is power is not just a cliche, it's the truth. And it can transform the way we approach every single moment. In our rapidly changing, ever-evolving world, it's more important than ever to cultivate a mindset of continuous learning from a young age. Don't be afraid to take action. Don't paralyze yourself with the fear of making mistakes. Learn to adapt, keep moving forward, embrace the power of knowledge, and let it guide you to a life of continuous growth and positive change. TAIBU, that's my time for tonight. I had a good time. I hope you did too. I hope you guys reach out to me. Get the hospitality hotline. And the reason I'm on here at 10 o'clock at night is because you all go through so much throughout the day, don't you? You need somewhere where you can actually come and relax and hear a smooth, calm, casual voice and just kind of breathe in the power and embrace the presence of positivity. We use the word positive so much it like loses its luster, right? I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, the power of positivity, just one positive thought, if you're having a negative day, that's what the Bible says. Darkness cannot be where there is light. It's the same way with thinking positive. Negativity has to flee from positive thinking, positive attitudes, and positive people. I hope you enjoyed this win with TAIBU moment. Again, text or DM the word coach and I'll reach out to you. We'll discuss briefly what you're going through, and then we'll get you on board into the coaching program and get you rolling forward and headed towards your goal. Any questions? Any comments? Okay. Don't forget, I'm in your homes weeknights at 10 p.m. My signature tagline, as always, is when you overcome today's obstacles, tomorrow always feels like paradise. Take it from somebody that knows. It's TAIBU right here. I'll see you next time. You already know what it is. All right. That was a beautiful session. If you're still watching me and checking me out here on YouTube, don't forget to do as I asked and just really just go in there and reach out to me, make comments. You can find me. I'm on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, just TAIBU everything. Type the name in, you can't miss. But the win with TAIBU moment that you heard tonight that I want to stress for real is this. You have time to redesign your entire life and live the way you feel you should be living and have the impact on your community the way you want to change it. So don't feel like the government's too big or you'll never have enough money. Don't feel that way. Just come on in to the coaching program. Let's strategize how you're going to get there. And I'm telling you right now, this next book is going to be indicative of the fact that I have been and I am enjoying every day of my journey. Not to the top, but to my goal. Titan Muad'Dib, I appreciate you. And I look to see you tomorrow night.